Welcome to the 19th Annual Barber Vintage Festival. My name is Tom Kalenko. I'm the president of Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club. Anyone who is here can vote for any of these box stock Japanese bikes. And if you cast a ballot here, you will get a ticket for door prizes. So anyone wants to participate, we need your participation. Come on up, get a ballot, fill it out, turn it in, get a ticket for the door prizes. So please, please, please participate. Trophies say People's Choice. And enjoy this show. It's a beautiful day. Welcome to Barber. Also, if you're a little stingy on postage, we've got all the regalia here for sale. You don't have to pay shipping. You do license plates, t-shirts, decals, everything that you might need. Take care. Try to keep it short.
There we go. You heard it from our president, Tom Kalenko. Now let's take a walk through the bike show and check out what all we have here. We'll start with the Tiddler class, which is under 100cc. We have here a Suzuki JR50. A lot of little kids got started on that bike. Over here, a 1966 CM91. Looks pretty good to be a 58-year-old. Next up is a CT90 from 1971. Here is one of the more unusual specials here. This is a CT200 Trail 90 Dealer Special Chrome Edition from 1964. These were a limited package that were sent out to dealers as a promotional item. Next up, we got a little Kawasaki 75. It's a really great little bike. Oh, excuse me, that one is a 50. My apologies on that. That is an MT1. Here we have another Trail 90. These bikes were responsible for putting a lot of people on two wheels. This one is all original and even has the accessory fuel container on the rear under the rack, which is hard to find. Another Honda 90 Cub. This one is 1966. Here's an unusual one. 1979 Honda Charlie. This is actually one of the rarest machines you'll see. Parked up next is a 1983 MBX 82 stroke street bike. If I'm not mistaken, this was a JDM model. Yep, the speedometer is calibrated in kilometers per hour. This was a Japan model. By that time, the two-strokes had pretty much disappeared from America. The last of them was the RZ350 Yamaha. Here, we have a nice RD 350. Very sharp looking. 1971 DT1. Stop, take a look at this RD 400 here. These bikes are gorgeous. Then over here we have a 360 Yamaha. Enduro RT2 360.
Never looked that good when I He was fine. No, they were definitely not. Big cases were definitely not polished.
DT125.
A lot of time went into that. I might get it. I did at one point, and I think we put a tall high fender on it because we could get it in a month. I used it all the road all the right, same area. Got a purple 100 doll.
1973 RT360. Beautiful Kenny Roberts Signature Edition RZ350. We actually have a pair of these here, parked side by side, and both of them are immaculate. Here is the next one. Orange and black R5C. The precursor to the RD series. It's a very nice bike. Let's see how many miles are showing on it.
And I'm glad I put my rider meeting so Max Off here all ready. Try to get the rider meeting underway.
Another beautiful RD 400. This one is a 1976. How about this Y2 RC 350?
I'm honored to be a part of it.
That is a beautiful
part. Going down here at the rider meeting, rider meeting, that's right. We're looking for Richard Rodock, the National Flat Track Director for ARMA. A few more legends signing autographs.
Switch over to Honda's 50s and 60s. Here we have a 63 CL72 Street Scrambler.
I'm Kenny Ricky, man. I'm glad to be here. I'm honored to be back at Barber Motorsports for the Vintage Days and the voice of ARMA for the weekend. I'll be on the bike and on the mic.
Here we have a Honda S90. A lot of people learn to ride on these. This is a beautiful restoration.
Oh, that's right.
And white always looks good on these little bikes.
Racer brain, I call it.
Then we have a 65 Super Hawk. 305. What's the difference between the Hawk and the Super Hawk? The Hawk was 250cc, where the Super Hawk was 305. This blue color looks just like the Revell model kit that was available recently. How about this one? I love a bike with a good story. Unrestored, one owner for 57 years until August 2022. 1965. That's still the factory paint. It looks really good.
You're welcome to bring a chair. Come join us, man. Movie night here tonight at Sunset.
We have a little Bridgestone here. It should be with the Orphan class, but it just says for display, but it's a nice little bike.
Look them up, the Charlotte King story. So remember today, the rider for showing up to meet.
Let's switch over to the next Honda class. We'll swing around here.
At the desk, so
I'll let you
shut the moneymaker down.
check out
We got boots on.
our surroundings here at Barber Motorsports Park. It's a beautiful place. We're now in the Hondas from the 1970s, under 500cc. And here's a nice little CL175, a 1972 model. These are pretty much street bikes with high pipes and off-road type handlebars, but they did well because back then a motorcycle was expected to do everything. Here's a beautiful CB400F Super Sport, and of course a twin of it sitting right next to it. Here's one you don't see that often in this condition, CB200. It's beautifully restored, and I love the owner's helmet here. He has a custom painted helmet in true 70s style. This is a nice little bike. It's good to see it. And here we have a 74 Honda CB360. This was the successor to the CB350. Next up is a CL350. Again, the same deal. They take their CB street model, add high pipes and high bars, and you got a good dirt road bike. Over here next is the CL100, which is in the same vein. Very nice little street bike. It's not afraid to go down a dirt road. Here we have another one, all original CB200T. Let's see the mileage on it. It's supposed to be totally unrestored, and it looks good. Here's a CL350 K2. This is a beautiful machine. A CL450 1971 model with a Flying Dragon tank set on it. We count these bikes as stock. Honda sold these tanks and side covers, and they would buy at the dealership, and they would be installed by the dealers or sometimes by the owners. So that is actually a factory paint job, even though they never left the factory with this paint job. It was installed at the dealership, if it was at all. Let's look over at the 1970s over 500cc. We'll start out with this nice orange CB554. We'll switch over. Very nice, all original looking CB750, 1972.
You send to me, and within 4 or 5 weeks, I'll tell you what I'm going to get it back.
Here we have a 504. I love the green bikes. It's funny, I didn't like them when I was younger, but the older I get, the better I like them. 1979 Honda CBX 1000. Sit down, take a good look at it.
Also, mine had a bad transmission. I bought a brand new one, and then a month and a half too.
Welcome everybody to the 19th annual Barber
Then the frame cracked in the
Festival.
back.
You're now at the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club display. These are box stock bikes. Some have been restored. Many are original.
I remember
We
I was
also
a
encourage the public to come
CB754.
up here to the booth. Grab a ballot and
1971.
your favorite motorcycles in each
No, it came out
category.
in 69. So
Got ballots up here.
that's where I got drafted.
Pencils up here. Welcome
What do you
your
want? What a real book.
participation.
Okay,
Thank you.
I just love the way these four big mufflers look sticking out on either side.
It was bad. He smoked it out. He had a dirty roll or something. I don't know. They did something with the pipe. You can see all the scratches.
in the clear.
Well, down underneath. I mean, if you look, you can see it. There's some going this way, some going this way. It's a nice job, man. I'm too picky. There was out of place at Italy Coil. I'm out there.
Let's check out this 75 Goldwing.
Right.
naked gold wings. They were never intended to be a touring bike to start with. It was intended to be a super bike. And a lot of people don't realize it would easily run with the 900 Kawasaki's in stock form. But time and fate had other plans for the gold wings, and they became the best touring bike on the planet. On the 554 Super Sport. These are really cool. All the looks and lightweight of a CB400, but with enough actual power to get me in trouble.
That's what I like. I don't feel like I agree with
The nice orange 750F model, 1975. 4-in-1 pipe is factory stock on these.
I'm like, what are they doing? Moving in, I'm like, yeah. Oh, this thing's in such a good state. I had to get myself
82 gold wing. I think it goes in the 80s line, but
Yeah, that's supposed to be over here. This bike.
yeah, it's okay.
I love it, but it's so wrong.
Yeah, but it makes it hard for people to vote for it. But yeah.
Really? Yeah, well, maybe I put new ones on. I kept my old ones. Maybe use your old ones. Yeah. Maybe that's what. Sometimes you don't want to put the new stuff on there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mine are good between April and September. Yeah. In the winter months. Yeah. She's gonna drip it. You got to keep it in the garage or? Yeah. Oh yeah. All the way down. It's the only thing that leaks on this thing.
Okay, well, let's go over to Honda 80s. Honda Super Magna. See what year this one is, 87. So it's probably a 700. Yep, BF 700C. Very nice looking bike. Lots of nice details on these. The up-flared exhaust, the solid disc wheel. You'd swear it was custom, but it's factory bone stock. Here we have an NX250. A nice rare little machine that makes a great rider. 1984. 1981 GL 500 Interstate. This one is a very nice rider. Solo seat, trunk. Right next to it is a CB125S in original unrestored condition. Up next is a 1987 Honda Hurricane.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have an entire team. Yeah.
On the RC30, for those of you that don't know, this was a homologation special race bike. They had to sell 300 of them in order to be allowed to race them. I've heard this one run. It sounds wicked. It looks good. Now let's come over here to Suzuki. We got a 1967 T20. Also known as the X6 Hustler. The owner included a build log, restoration log. Here we have a Suzuki Water Buffalo, 1972, GT 750, liquid cooled 2-stroke. How about this blue X6 Hustler? That's a sharp color, a nice looking machine. It's a 1966 model.
You see the guy had the twin motor one on there? I wanted to hear that one.
Then one of the most unusual Suzuki's ever made, the RE5 rotary.
Guys, he wanted to go see the racing. It's good talking to you.
Okay, man. Rotaries, you like them? I like the idea. I would never do it. But I love the way it was.
Another very nice liquid cooled 72 GT 750. British guys call them kettle. Americans have nicknamed them the water buffalo. But either way, it's a really nice collector's piece. Now let's step back here and look at some Kawasaki's. 1980 KZ 1300 6-cylinder.
But he never sold it. But he never got rid of that.
There are 6 exhaust pipes under here.
Almost a one of a kind.
And this one is in very good condition. Display only, Kawasaki Z1B 900. Very nice bike though.
That's a pretty bike.
Here's an orange 900.
It looked good, sir. No. How dare you? Did you know someone bought one that wasn't
1972 Z1 900.
They're rebuilding it right now. I want to get to work.
Here is an ELR 1000R.
Oh, sorry. Car guys, they know this.
1983. This was one of the dream bikes when I was in high school.
But basically, your point is,
85 Ninja 600R. It's nice to see one in such beautiful condition. Seeing as I know what so many of my generation did to them when we were younger.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the rider meeting's complete. Welcome out to the ARMA Vintage Flat Track.
GPZ 550 Kawasaki.
Barber Motorsports Park. Welcome back, everybody. It doesn't get any better than this, man. The sun's shining, not a cloud.
1981.
Everybody's ready for the big get down in the roundy round.
1970 Kawasaki
Big track today, the
Bushmaster.
bull ring tomorrow. That's right. What you see is what you get today on till we a beautiful flat track facility here at Barber Motorsports Park. We're on the put on the show once again. So it's the big track today. The short track, the bull ring, the fist fight in a phone booth. Going down tomorrow, right down here, up close and personal, right outside of this Indian motorcycle VIP.
Let's switch over
You're looking at the start
to the competition class.
And then tomorrow,
How about this Yamaha YZ250?
you see this ugly guy hobbling, this broke down racer, Skinny Ricky.
Beautiful retired motocrosser.
I'll be standing in turn 4 tomorrow. So you'll see the guy still
1978.
sideways and still leaned over.
Here's a 74 Suzuki
Coming out right here,
TM250.
this is turn 4 tomorrow.
Another old motocrosser restored.
Front stretch to the start finish.
And here is the wildest one to me out here. It is a 63
Man, what a true
Honda
professional,
flat
man.
tracker
Down there on
based on a
BMW.
CL72.
Guys, the BMW Moto Rad show, putting on a hell of a show all weekend long, man. Those brothers from other mothers putting it down. I can't believe it. The tape line is still here for the timing. Unbelievable.
How about this Honda MR50?
That guy goes through.
If you were a little kid, you could only dream of having this
What
one.
he does on all 3 sides motorcycles, just amazing.
This was what I wanted. I got stuck with an Indian Mini.
There was rumor he even joined us for a couple laps. I don't know. I think it was the guy in disguise. I think it was But anyway, I'm Skinny Ricky, man. I'm on the bike and on the bike for the 2nd year in a row here, man. I couldn't be happier to be here. I'm stoked. I'm on
1974 CR125.
and keep this show rolling. Legends in the house, man.
Very
Hall of
beautiful
Famers.
bike.
national number plate holder.
1973 CR250.
We even got Sonia Lloyd in the house. The lady's going to be showing these men the fast way around. She's coming from a big time background, as well as 4-time national champion.
Got the mud flap on the front of the fender to keep
in the house.
your face clear.
He's coming out. Leathers up.
Now we have one more here in the competition class. His last, but definitely not least, is the Tohatsu.
Down in the tires, we're going to test some gearing out, put on a little show here and figure it out. And then we'll be right in the E-races. I believe we're going to check with the bosses. But stick around, the show's
Nothing like a Tohatsu run pit.
Roundabout here at Armo.
Well, here we go. We're getting ready. We'll be back in just a second, and I will give you a look at the award ceremony.
Welcome to the 19th annual Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Box Stock Show. This is the 19th annual Barber Vintage Festival, and these are the show winners based on the classes that we had. I wanted to just give an overall comment. We had 180 ballots submitted. We had about 68 bikes in the show. We had only about 35 bikes that were pre-registered. If you're a member of the Vjmc, you get the opportunity to bring your bike here and pre-register. You'll get a free weekend pass. On Sunday morning, you also have parade laps possible. Sign up for those. We'll talk about that later. And you have parking in Lot G there for it. So members that signed up, we were only expecting 35 bikes because last year people couldn't find us. And this year you're a little more, let's say, exploratory to find us. So thank you for coming to the back here and voting. So 180 ballots here. I'm going to start with the Tiddler class. We're going to go down the classes as they were laid out by the bike wranglers. Second place for the Tiddler under 100cc was T-5 Greg Pitts 1982 Suzuki JR50. So small bikes rule, small bikes rule. We started the Tiddler class because they couldn't compete. So we put them all together and they compete against each other. The first place for the Tiddler class is the T-3 Eric Crafts 1964 Honda CT200 Chrome one. Now the Chrome bikes were given out to dealers that maximize sales of that model. All right. Join his website. He has a website for Chrome bikes. So everyone who gets a trophy, please remember, hang around at the end. We're going to have a whole group photo for the magazine with all the trophy winners. All right, so stick around after the award ceremony. Let's move on to the 1950s, 1980s Yamaha. First, I start the third place. Third place, Y-7 Dwayne Heltzer's 1977 Yamaha RD400. Is Dwayne here? All right, Dwayne. Congratulations. And this is trophy girl Geraldine Finch. So how about a round for Geraldine here? She's going to get tired today. Second place for 1950s, 1980s Yamaha was Y-8 Dennis Troutman's 1973 Yamaha RD360. So Dennis, come on down. And first place for the Yamahas was the Y-4 Joe Templeton's 1968 Yamaha YR2. YR2. right, let's get into the Hondas here. And I just want to comment on how kind of skewed these last few years have been at this location. And we had anticipated one of our biggest classes were the early Hondas, and it turned out to be the smallest class with about 4 bikes and 3 trophies, because we do it based on pre-registration sign-ups for the show. So, 3rd place here, and he could stay up here because 3rd and 2nd place were won by Mike Woods' 1965 Honda CB77. So get him 2 trophies. He's got a double winner there. There you go. Whoa, whoa. Hey, not so close. Not so close. Keep your hands up there high. Right? All right. Thanks, Mike, for bringing it out. And the first place here goes to H-1's bike, the 1963 Honda CL72, owned by Barry Schonberger, I'm sorry. Thanks for bringing it out, Barry. And we get into the Hondas under 500cc. There were 10 pre-registered ones here. I didn't know that there'd be so many, which is great. 2nd place was HH-6, Rusty Monk's 1971 Honda CL350. So Rusty, come on up here. Second place here, Honda under 500 cc's in the 70s. Big years. And first place, People's Choice 1970s Honda under 50 goes to HH-3, Lloyd Neller's 1970 Honda CL350. So if you'd give thumbs up to Lloyd, he doesn't hear that well, so thumbs up to Lloyd so he can see your support. Thanks for bringing it out, Lloyd. 1970s over 500cc. 2nd place is HZ7, Jack McAllister's 1972 Honda CB750. So Jack, thanks for bringing it out. First place for the 1970s Honda over 500cc was HZ2, Bill Sloan's 1979 Honda CBX. Always nice to see a CBX at these, because they are such a bike to load and unload without destroying it. So that's the Porky Pig model of big bikes. Now, we have Bill. All right. Oh, now they're starting the kissing and the hugging, you know. Bill, you didn't get the trophy for your kissing. No, like that. No, like that. Now we move on to the 1980s, 1990s Hondas here. The 2nd place trophy goes to HD1, Keith Wells' 1987 Honda Hurricane 600. First place for the 1980s, 1990s Honda goes to HD5, Gordon Salisbury's 1990 Honda RC30. So, thanks for bringing it out. You never see an RC30 in the wild, and Gordon brings it up from Texas. Thank you. Now we get into the best Suzukis here. We start out with 2nd place was S1, Wayne Hickson's 1966 Suzuki T20. Wayne Hickson. Oh, there you go. Best Suzuki goes to S2 Gary Edwards 1972 Suzuki GT 750. And we get to the Kawasaki's here. Second place of the Kawasaki's is the K14 1980 KZ 1300 by Steve Schilling. Steve Schilling. First place, the best Kawasaki's here, People's Choice, was K15 Chip Tucker's 1983 Eddie Lawson replica KZ 1000. So. And for the competition class, the top draw here was C-2. This is an international entry from Canada. Paul Massingbird is 1974 Honda CR 125. So thank you for bringing it down. Give them a big A. Hey, all right. There we go. Canadian welcome. Hey. All right. Thank you for bringing it down. Now we get into the other awards here, and gotta keep these for the magazine. All right. And we have awards of show merit here, and those are bikes that scored high as far as votes, but we may not have had the first, second, and third place, so they might be in a big class, 15 entries, and it might have been the fourth class trophy if we would have had that. But the award of show merit, we want to acknowledge this bike, 1976 Yamaha RD 400C Tom Wagner. Tom Wagner, is Tom here? There we go, there we go. The second award of show merit goes to Miles Albertson's 1971 Honda CL 450. And the third award of show merit goes to the 1967 Suzuki T20 owned by Bob Pickerington. So Bob's here. Thank you. And this only works because we have a lot of selfless volunteers that step up here, so we try to recognize the outstanding volunteers, and 3 of those this year. I want to begin with Alan Martin, and that's Alan right over there, and he's responsible for the music working, the microphone working, all of this, and he's been here the last 5 years as the sidekick of our sound man. So big round for Alan. Big round for Alan. We have the volunteers. All right. All right, while you're there, Alan, turn around and award the trophy girl, Geraldine Finch, has been in the hot sun all day taking these ballots and working hard. So how about a round of applause for Geraldine? There we go. They're dancing already of joy. There's so much joy. All right. And I want to acknowledge someone who helped string these flags, the Yamaha flags along the ropes for 3 hours, and that's Keith Wells. So a round of applause for Keith. And I want to acknowledge one of our star volunteers, and that is Randy Mays, best trophy girl ever. So we got a trophy with a star. We broke out the different ones. and Randy's making it work. She's also the club secretary. All the monthly calls are arranged by her. So, big round for Randy Mays. Now,
And thank you all volunteers, much appreciated.
next we get to some folks we identify with fluorescent vests like that, and those are the motorcycle wranglers. They thought they were going to have it easy this year because I told them we'll have about 35 bikes coming. Don't worry, you can sleep in. You just bring your signs like that. And it turned out a little bit different, and we're very happy to have work for them at 68 bikes that we counted there. And we've got trophies for them, so if Buck Mitchell, is Buck around? There he is. And Greg Murray is sidekick of ill repute, and they are drafting an apprentice. And the apprentice is Keith Perry, who helped them out, because Buck's been through open heart surgery, and Keith is, you know, helping him along, and it only works with volunteers. All right, and I want to acknowledge the contributions of Ellis Holman for being one of our workshop volunteers who demonstrated the Neodyne system on his motorcycle. So we've got a plaque for Ellis here. And there we go. And I've got a plaque for the other presenter in the workshop series, the Vapor Blasting Basics and Best Practices, Gary Rhodes. So Gary Rhodes, please come up here. Thank you, Gary. All right. And now we have a unique award that we came up with here for the best sound man. The best sound man, Steve Adams. He's been here 15 years plus, providing all of this setup for multiple speakers. Choice of music, I'm trying to get him to do a little more Greta Van Fleet, but it's not happening. But Steve Adams makes this work with Alan. All right, now all the trophy winners, remember that we're going to have the group trophy after that. What I'd like to do now is to move on to the door prizes here. Just got a few of those, but a very generous door prize was given to us by the manufacturer of this. We used it as a ballot box, but the cycle, what is it? Two of them? It's got two. Oh, there's two, so door prize has doubled since I wrote the list. And so get your tickets out. And we got any kids in here? We look for somebody that's impartial and is not going to vote in November. All right, so youngsters. All right. Somebody's going to do the drawings here. They draw out of there. Everyone got their ticket. Where's the individual that donated these? He was going to tell us. Where is he? Oh, here he goes. He used, hey, fantastic. He used to make guitars, and now he's making these cycle barracks. And tell us a little about what you're doing.
Well, you'll win a cycle crate. We developed it last year, and I thought e-bike and bicycle people were like it, but the vintage motorcycle crowd has just loved it, and it has been fantastic for us. We got the most sales from you guys, and it's been a warm welcome. So I really appreciate it, and I'm glad and grateful that I could bring a product like this that could complement your old vintage bikes.
Thank you, thank you. Do you trust him to pick the winning ticket? You don't know any of these people. They're not related. We got no little kids that we can draw on. got here? All right. This is go for the big one and the little one. Papa box or big box? If you have last three numbers 157. 157. All right. Wow. Good. This is good. He'll autograph it too. There you go. All right. All right. There you go. With mounting hardware inside and everything. Antique the finish, everything. Round of applause. Thank you for coming out here. The bigger case is, here we go, 109. Whoever has 109 wins the larger. No, we're going to go here. What's next? Pick another one. This is You Gotta Be Here. We're not going to hold it for you. If we ever knew who was 109. We do 118. 118. There we go. Got a winner in the back. All right. When your wife asks you, what did you bring home? This is not a motorcycle. This is an accessory. There you go. All right. And you'll have, thank you. We've got a couple, we're going to do some of the license plates, the Vjmc license plates here, and this is going to go fast. Just come on up. If you have 114, 114. Anybody? All right. We get 83, 083. Anybody? We get 098, 098. Oh, we got one. All right. License plate. There we go. All right. We've got 045, 045. Oh, there we go. 032, 032. 019, 019. 126, 126. 104, 104. I hope it isn't like, you know, the last two in here out of 180 ballots. 038, 038. 150, 150. Anybody got 150? All right, get one of those. All right. 029, 029. 052, 052. 108, 108. Oh. 080, 080. All right. 076, 076. Oh, I got one in the back there. How many? We got one left? One left. All right. Got 067, 067. Anybody? Got 065. 071, 071. 030. Oh, thank you. God, we'll be here. I was ready to just say, who can get up here the quickest and get this over with like that. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you brought the bikes out here. Two big events. The group picture should be in front of this booth. And so if you've got a trophy, this will be in the magazine as part of the coverage of the show. The other part is the last benefit you get as a Vjmc member is to participate in the parade laps of the track. Everyone else can do parade laps, but you're going to pay $40. So all you have to do is to be a member, have a Japanese bike, and a license for motorcycle operation, and it's a parade, not a race. And so if you'd like to be on the track, and it's amazing, it's a baby-ass smooth track, no potholes, no cracks, anything like that. It's just really beautiful. Line up here before, we're going to start this row right here, before 10 o'clock. Right? Be here at 10. It drags slow, because we won't kickstands up till 11 o'clock when Barber sends over one of their employees to lead everyone to the right part of the paddock. So 10, be here, 11 o'clock, we're probably going to leave to the paddock. Does that make sense? All right. People have missed it in the past. They thought they'd wait for me. We're not waiting for you. Decide right now you're going to be here at 10 o'clock. You come 11:05, they would have left, and you're not going to be in any pictures for that. So I want to thank everyone for participating here at the 19th Annual Barber Vintage Festival for the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club. Thank you again for coming.